Well, I know that I shouldn't be doing that, but I'm kind of anyway gonna do it. Doesn't make too much sense, but it is what it is. What I'm gonna do today, once again, is doing the stuff that I have to do, so my work, and record while I'm doing so. So that I'm doing two things at a time and potentially save quite some time. Potentially, because of course things are, gonna take me way fucking longer because I'm talking and because I can't be as, maybe as fast. Don't actually want to say efficient, but fast, you know. Really, I'm not gonna be there, but yeah, who cares, I guess. Being somebody that points out shit and wrong thoughts and wrong actions in other people is an extremely valuable person, at my point of view, because I mean, I don't know if you have these friends or if you know people that are having these friends, but when when you're having people around you that are just always confirming whatever the fuck you're doing, whatever it might actually be, then yeah, that's fucked up. It really is, because you're never gonna be called out. You're never gonna be corrected. You're never gonna be well, there's not gonna be any border, at least not one that is set by somebody else. Of course, we all ourselves have certain guidelines and rules and borders and whatnot, but sometimes due to whatever reason, actually, we kind of cross these borders. And I do that as well by, maybe saying some things and, being overly, maybe overly ambitious and or overly confident in myself, that I just do certain things that I actually shouldn't be doing. And then it is amazing to have people around you that say, well, this is not right what you're doing, don't do that. Doesn't make too much sense. You're gonna regret it afterwards. And or things that you say, like, okay, this is shitty and this is cool, and this particular person doesn't say, yeah, you're totally right and whatnot. But this person says, well, at my point of view, this is totally wrong what you're saying because of this and that and these and those. And then I can think about it, and quite often I actually have to say, well, yeah, you are right, indeed. Just really makes sense what you're talking about. And I heavily appreciate that in people. And also, just also when it comes to things that I did wrong. And people pointed out, like, there was one instance, I can't really get into detail there, but I've been talking about somebody in a way that is not, well, I didn't hurt this person personally. I didn't talk to this person, but the way I was talking about this person, due to certain reasons, due to certain quote unquote attributes of this person, made a friend of mine pretty angry. And she pointed it out and said, like, well, you shouldn't be like that, you shouldn't be talking about this person just because of this and that attribute in this and that way. Don't do so. And I was fucking glad. Even though I do have a pretty strong moral compass and I do indeed think about the things that I'm saying, think about the things that I'm thinking, think about the things that I'm and also the way in which I say things and publish things, and the way I express myself and so on and so forth. But this was actually one instance where I then had to admit, well, yes, you're right. You're totally right. I shouldn't have done it in this way. I should have done it in a different way. I should have said it in a different way, and so on and so forth. Like, I tremendously appreciate people that correct me and that are not just confirming whatever the fuck that I'm saying and doing and whatnot, but really call me out if I'm doing something that is not right. if I'm saying something that is not right, or when I'm saying something in a way that is not right. I heavily appreciate that. And I can't be more thankful for having these people in my life, people that are indeed real friends. And, people with strong opinions. And because of the way they are, because of the weight that I'm giving their opinion quite, it really, well, not necessarily the weight that I'm giving it and or the importance. It certainly is more important than just some stranger's thoughts and opinion, which is also due to them always being honest about whatever they're thinking about. When they're always lying and whatnot, how could I actually be happy with positive feedback? It makes me even more happy when I'm getting positive feedback, because I know that when I'm doing something wrong, they're also going to point that out. And they're also going to talk about that to me. And they're also going to say, okay, well, whatever I made there, this video, this whatnot, this is actually not cool, I don't think that it is nice. And also in school, talking about designs, well, I thought it is a great design. Somebody else thought, well, this is actually a pretty shitty design due to this and that and these and those. And I don't know, like, it is important though how you criticize somebody else's work and or somebody else. One shouldn't be doing it in a way that isn't thought out, because it could backfire pretty fucking quickly. But it makes these people thoughts even more valuable, because I know that they're always, sharing with me the way they actually feel about whatever it is about. They're not lying, they're not talking bullshit, they're just not confirming whatever the fuck I'm saying. And by realizing that and by thinking about that, I also thought about whether I'm doing that, And, it's difficult, because by thinking about it and by having it in your mind, you kind of sometimes, or at least I force myself to, find negative things about something. And then I'm, well, actually a bit concerned when I don't find anything, or I'm not able to come up with something, because in the end, I just want to help, and I just want to see things this person isn't seeing. And, well, indeed, when I'm able to do so, and this hasn't been too often the case, then I actually am really happy, because I also know that, well, actually this person is smarter than me, way smarter than me. And so it is amazing to realize a new way of thinking, and also then being able to provide this new way of thinking to this person. Also something is like, indeed, being surrounded by people that are smarter than you. And I definitely, to some degree, this is the case definitely to me to some degree. Maybe not entirely, I don't want to be like, oh, my friend circle is so smart and I'm the dumbest piece of shit ever. Like, no, there are certain people that are extremely fucking smart. And, well, it also depends on the way you think about it. Some people are smart in terms of moving their body, i.e. sports. Some people are smart in the way of speaking and being able to communicate, and so on and so forth. Like, there's different ways of being smart and different ways of being intelligent, as I think it's also been proven now and or classified, I guess, that intelligence also means being good at sports and so on and so forth. But yeah, in the end, it really does matter what people you're surrounding yourself with, how they're thinking, what they're doing, what they value, what they appreciate, what it is just, inevitably it is going to change you, it's going to alter you, it's going to alter your thoughts, your actions, just the way you are. It really indeed is going to influence you in some or the other way. And I am actually also, well, maybe proud is a bit too much, but I'm happy about the fact that I've been able to also give good feedback to these people, and maybe also change these people to some degree regarding, I don't know, regarding certain things, you know, which I think you're always kind of subconsciously doing when you're hanging around certain people for quite some time. Yeah, I just have tremendous appreciation for certain people, and actually even so much appreciation that I do, well, sometimes feel kind of weird about it, like, okay, what's what's going on? But well, most often in a good way. Like, it's it's I'm actually just happy that these people are around me, and that I'm able to call them friends, basically. And this is indeed something that I'm wishing everybody, that they are surrounded by people that do them good and help them, and yeah, make them a better person. As well, not cringe and as whatever it may sound, but yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing to be around people that do good to you and that help you. And sometimes I actually feel quite bad for relying too much on certain people. It's, yeah, I don't want to be a burden quite, but I also therefore consciously try to give back enough. Well, I at least hope that I'm doing so as well. I not only think according to my points of view or whatever, that it is also the case. So I think the final point here is keep an eye on the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Try to make them as good as you can. And I know that this is not going to be like, okay, just going to find new people to hang around with. No, this is probably going to take some time. It's probably going to be a process. And that's fine. That's good. And this is how things should be. With that being said, I'm going to see you the next time. Bye-bye. So, actually a completely other day. Yes, that totally makes sense. But I think that I need to add something here. It's actually astonishing that I know that this recording actually exists, but I mean, yeah, for a reason. I know that for a simple reason, out of importance and of, well, if things mean something to me, then I tend to not forget about those things. I, normally forget about quite everything. I guess that it is due to me trying to protect myself and stuff. But yeah, anyway, it is an incredible thing how much appreciation that I'm having for certain people, and or how much importance that I'm giving them in my life in terms of the thoughts that I'm having around them. Sometimes I do actually feel that I'm putting certain people way, 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 way too much on a pedestal, and I praise them way too much, and I find them way too important. So that's, I don't know, like it would kind of be detrimental if they, for whatever the fuck reason, do not show up again in my life. I don't know why, but I don't know, like, I think if somebody asked me, I would say, well, yeah, diversify things a bit. And this is essentially not something that I'm doing. I tend to keep things quite narrow, which, yeah, as I said, may not be the smartest thing, but those few people that I am accompanied by they do indeed. Well, I'd say especially one person, they do indeed. Yeah, they do indeed benefit me quite a lot. And even if it is just really small things, just one fucking text message could make my day so much better. And it is insane. And the reason why I'm talking about that and the reason why I'm adding this is that one realizes how big of a thing that can be for some people. I mean, for quite a lot of people as well, it's going to be just really insignificant. But for some, it's going to be an amazing thing if you text them, if you call them, if you just, I don't know, show them that you care about them. And even if it is not that directly, just a quick text message like, okay, something funny that you've encountered today. Just, I don't know, like showing them that you think about them, that you have them in mind. Like it really, really does a lot to me, essentially. And well, I would say that it's not only me. I'd say that it is way more people. So 2 important thoughts. I guess there was something else as well. Yeah, thanking them. I mean, if there's somebody in your life that you deeply, deeply, deeply appreciate and you're thankful for having, tell them. They can't know. They don't fucking taste that. They don't fucking smell that. They can't kind of absorb that out of thin fucking air. You have to tell them. And I try to do so. I really do. Really try to tell it everyone. And so, I don't know, like, think about that. Think about the words that you can spread, the thoughts that you can spread, the positivity and just emotions in general that you can awaken in other people. Just by very, very, very simple things. One text message, one word, one whatever the fuck. I mean, it is insane. Of course, it depends on the person. Of course, it depends on multiple things, but it essentially is easy. And one really does influence the people around one heavily. And one is influenced by those people around one heavily as well. So, I guess I have to thank people as well for being there, for being around. And, well, much appreciation, even though it is concerning me a bit that sometimes, first of all, the whole putting somebody on a pedestal thing and kind of giving them too much of importance, some sort of. It's very difficult to explain, but also how much I need that maybe. It would totally be good for someone to be completely fine alone. But, besides the whole thing that we are social animals and we need other people and it is just in our genes and it is just us, blah, 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 bloop. It is what it is. But, I don't know, like being completely depressed and fucked and whatnot if you're not with a certain somebody and or if there isn't this certain text message and or whatever, feels not right and feels not good and feels like a spot not to be in. And I wish and hope nobody to be in. And or at least, as I said before, diversifying things a bit and not relying on one person. And well, as I'm speaking of relying, I also have the feeling of not bothering people. I don't want to do that. I don't want to bother anybody. I don't want to, I don't know, like, I just really often think about the balance between I ask for somebody, something, and this other person
asks for something. And I actually have talked to a friend of mine about that, and we were quite the same opinion that there is a certain balance, and we both think that this balance shouldn't be unbalanced, and if it is, it kind of should be rebalanced, and so on and so forth. What I mean is maybe asking for too much or for too many things, even, I don't know, for me it just feels not right. For some people it might just be completely like irrelevant. For me it is a thing that, I don't know, I think about that a lot, and I try to not get myself into debt, basically, too much. And I want to repay people for what they did. In terms of the good things, I don't care about the bad things. I really completely don't care about that. I couldn't care less, I mean, when it comes to negative things and things that people, quote unquote, did to me, which I think per se is a thought of, it just shows something. But anyway, I wanna back that with kindness and hoping for this person to just do fine. And there is one person that I'm having in mind. Maybe this person knows that. I heavily doubt that this person is ever gonna listen to this. But I wish the best for you. And also shout out to my friends. I love you and I owe you quite a bit. But certain people, no, I would say. And I don't know. Telling somebody that they should keep being the way they are is a two-edged sword. On one hand, yeah, makes sense. On the other hand, no. Let's progress and get even better. Because we all have certain things that we don't like about ourselves. And so on and so forth. But anyway, think that I've added enough. See you soon. I love you. Bye-bye.